What do you do when you don't know what to do? If you don't know what to do, use prayer as an SOS. Now, what is an SOS? The first S is strategy. You have to have strategy in prayer. Sometimes the only thing between life and death is a prayer. Prayer is important because it helps you to become strategic. You need prayer to be effective. Esther understood that because she could go to the king, but she needed to have the blessing and the covering of the King of Kings. And that is why prayer and fasting is necessary. Yes, turning down your plate is necessary, especially when you want God to turn up in our lives. God, I need you to walk in the room before I get there. I need you to step into the interview room before I get there. Step into the doctor's room before I get there. Step into the courtroom before I get there. And when God steps into the room, then God's favor steps into the room. God's mercy steps into the room. God's grace steps into the room. And when God steps in, I'm stepping out. And I'm stepping out with healing and deliverance. I'm stepping out with promotions. I'm stepping out with deeds, keys, and LLCs. God, order my steps. The O stands for optimism. You have to have optimism in your prayer. Prayer makes me optimistic. Prayer gives me hope. My bills might be high, but I still have hope. My family may be broken, but I still have hope. My world may be crumbling around me, but I still have hope. Just because something doesn't go our way, it doesn't stop us from having hope, because hope means hold on, pain ends. Because weeping only endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Romans 12:12 says, "Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer." And the last S stands for solace. Solace is another way to say peace. We have to have peace when we pray. Prayer gives me peace. When there is warring around me, prayer gives me peace. When destruction and distraction abounds, prayer gives me peace. When the storms of life is raging, Christ stands in the middle and says, "Peace, be still." Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. And when I don't know what to do, I know to call for help. See, my dad, he was in the Navy and he served on an aircraft carrier. And one of the things that he taught me that people in maritime is that when in distress, you send up an SOS. And SOS can be save our soul or save our ship. The beautiful thing about SOS can be read the same way no matter how it's written. So when the world is upside down, you can still read and receive your SOS. And when things have gone sideways, God can still receive your SOS. SOS can mean save our ship or save our souls. But today, I've come to remind you that SOS means that through prayer, we can find strategy, optimism, and solace.